There's a very common question that I get very frequently. It's not uncommon at all for somebody to come to me who either is or they strongly suspect that they may be a volunteer, starseed, light worker, whatever little name you want to give that. Doesn't matter what you call it, so don't get hung up on that. But the question is, what am I supposed to do? So this way of thinking, I think, really keeps people trapped in this low frequency mentality where they aren't really making very much progress in their own life because they're so worried that they're screwing it up or they're doing it wrong, or that there's one thing that they're supposed to do and they haven't figured out what it is yet. First things first, let's cut straight through all the bullshit. The one thing you came here to do is to help raise the vibration of the planet and those on the planet. The good news is you don't have to figure out how to do that. You simply being here and radiating your energy is doing it by default. There's not a certain thing you have to figure out how to do. There are volunteers, starseeds, light workers, very strategically placed throughout different little locations in the planet. And most of the time, where you are placed, you are very alone and isolated. And it's done that way on purpose. What would be the point of putting a bunch of starseeds together? What would be the point of putting a bunch of light workers together so that they can just build this little bubble of like-minded people and just live in a little echo chamber where all they're really doing is keeping each other company? That's not what you came here to do. You came here to assist in the shift from the old world into the new world. So very frequently, you will find yourself in a place that's very low vibrational, or you'll find yourself in a place where you're surrounded by spiritually dead asleep 3D people who are just running on matrix programming. And yeah, it can be kind of lonely. It can, if you allow it to get the best of you, it can. I understand that. However, here's the good news. What are you supposed to do? Nothing. You're already doing it. So what do you want to do? Do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want, however you want to do it. Find something that lights your soul on fire and do it. That's all you have to do. It's not that complicated. It's not that hard. I'll tell you the way I chose to do my job. Many of you know that the position that I found myself in this matrix and what I do for a living, I stumbled into it by accident. I've told that story 100 million times. I'm not going into that. But what I will go into is I was kind of going through the same psychological conundrum of what should I be doing or what do I want to do? And it hit me. It dawned on me. Well, if my job is to help raise the frequency of the planet and everyone on it, I think what I need to do is I need to counteract the bad people. The low, negative, dark entities who have been controlling this planet and keeping everybody trapped in a low vibration have used what I have heard referred to as the frog in a pot method. Like if you take a frog and put it in a pot of water and very slowly turn up the burner and raise the temperature of the water, you can eventually boil that frog to death and it doesn't even know it's dying, because as the temperature slowly increases, it gets acclimated to it and it doesn't even realize that it's about to be boiled to death. And that's pretty much the way that we have all been conditioned over the past several decades and even centuries. It's been a slow, gradual brainwashing process that's so slow and so gradual, you don't even realize it's happening to you. So those of us who are here working for the light side, we have to do the same thing. So planting little seeds that you're not even aware, or maybe some of you are aware of it, but very frequently people aren't even really fully aware that seeds of consciousness and, seeds of awareness and raising your vibration and ascending to a new level of vibration and consciousness are being planted in your subconscious mind, and they are slowly blooming, and you may not even really realize that you are raising in consciousness and raising in vibration until you take a look back at who you were 5 or 6 years ago and you realize you're a completely different person. So what do you choose to do? What do you want to do? It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you start a YouTube channel and talk to the masses that way. Man, it doesn't even matter if you end up doing something stupid and end up going to jail. Wherever you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're doing it, whether you realize it or not, whether you believe it or not, doesn't really matter. You are passing your energy along to every single person that you connect with. And that is making a huge difference. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It can be something big and profound or little and petty. It doesn't really matter. You are making a huge difference simply putting your feet on the planet. So anyway, I know at least one person needed to hear that. And as long as one person takes one thing that they heard me say and uses it to totally transform their life, my job is complete. I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.